We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of baseball on MLB Network. Tonight, Game 2 of this 3-game series between the Lightning and the Thunder. It's baseball on MLB Network, and it's coming up next. Travis Blondie, a right-hander from Kansas, who will be on the mound here. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Yeah, Matt, his last start wasn't a particularly good one. Lasted 5 innings and ended up taking the loss. He's a much better pitcher than that, and I think he's looking to at least, hopefully, pitch into the 6th or 7th inning in this one.
Digging in, Seth Roberts. And we are set for baseball here this evening.
Seth Roberts.
Here's the pitch. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Fellas, you take a look at our homestanding ball club as they come into this one tonight. Fair to say they're not playing their best baseball right now. Losers of 5 of their last 6.
Yeah, Matty, I hope these guys were listening today during the hitters meeting, because they have not been swinging the bats well. They only scored 1 run in the loss yesterday, and somewhere along the line, this offense has to execute at a higher level if this team's going to compete.
2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Might have been looking to find that outside corner, but he couldn't quite get it there. It's 1-2. A little chilly, but not unbearable tonight. 55 degrees here at first pitch. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Franchise is there to put it away for route number 1.
Batting second, the right fielder, Timmy Hinson.
Now at the plate, Timmy Hinson. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Pitch on the way. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
The 1-0 home is offered at and missed for the first strike.
1-1.
This pitcher's bringing it with some high velo. You better get that front foot down early and get ready, or he's going to throw it right by you.
And set up working the plate is Larry Bullard, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Hey, behind the dish, D-Row, Larry Bullard. Pretty standard guy, works it. The only problem I think at times hitters have a little bit difficult time. He'll give a little bit on that inside corner and outside corner. Not very consistent.
Yeah, but Larry's approachable. That's the one thing. If you turn around and say, is that as far as you're going on the outer half, he's usually going to tell you.
The 1-2. And it's fouled away. 1 out, nobody on. The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2. And he takes ball 3, so it's a full count now.
Back-to-back sliders in on the hands. He didn't handle it real well at all on the previous pitch, so why not come right back with it again? Better job of laying off that one, though.
The 3-2 pitch. Fouled off. And he lays off here, ball 4, and he'll become the game's first base runner here with 1 away.
And that's the beauty of having a guy in the 2-hole like him. He's almost like another leadoff hitter, working a walk with just 1 out. And I think there's a good chance that he's going to be on the move at some point.
Now at the plate, Mo Cole. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and 1 away. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. A ball and no strikes. Hinson leads off first with one away. Runner goes for second. Strike called. Now the throw down. Perfect throw, and they got him at second. Well, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
Boy, that's a jam shot right there. That's as good as it gets, in my opinion. Woo, up and in.
And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. And that misses, so it's a full count, 3-2. Now the payoff pitch home. Popped into the air, back behind second. Cannon over to his right, and that's the third out. Chief Mendez is on the mound for game 2. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, this guy has a 4-pitch repertoire, right? And those are a lot of nice options to have. You can go hard, soft. You can go in and out. And anytime you have 4 pitches, if you can throw them for strikes, you have the big advantage.
Into the box now, Brian Cannon. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The second baseman, Brian.
Pitch on the way.
Cannon.
Well, you take a look at our visiting club as they take the field tonight. They've had it going the last 10 games. They're 7-3 over that stretch, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, I've been really impressed with this team, especially on the recent road trip, the start to it. They're 3-1 after 4 games, playing really fundamentally sound baseball. From offense to defense, pitching, it's all coming together for this group.
Too high, and it's 3-0.
And this is where he's especially dangerous, because if you walk him, he can steal a base on you. But if you lay a fastball in there, he can take you deep, too.
Swinging on 3-0, and he can't keep it fair, so it'll be 3-1 now. And he takes ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here in the home half of the first in a scoreless ball game.
As if things aren't tough enough here playing in this hostile environment, he walks the leadoff hitter, and oh yeah, he's a threat to run every time he gets on base. Not the way he wanted to start this outing.
Stepping into the box, Kevin Esslinger, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. He's set. Here it comes. Down on the shins and missed with it. Ball 1.
This is a tough guy to turn 2 on. It's got to be hit hard. If you're an infielder, you've got to catch it and get rid of it quickly.
The 1-0.
That's ball 2.
He's having a really hard time finding his rhythm and finding the strike zone. It's going to allow this offense to keyhole him in big situations. He's got to figure it out pretty quick.
Now the 2-0.
Hey! 2 balls, 1 strike.
Nobody out, runner on first. A bouncer to the left side, scooped up to second for 1, on to first, and they get them both.
Batting third, the right fielder, Scott Franchise.
Into the box now, Scott Franchise. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. Here comes the first pitch.
Ball, that's outside.
The 1-0 home.
Yeah!
Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2. Out in front there as this one's pulled off to the left side. Another try at 2-2. Breaking ball swung on in the dirt. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. He played an inning. No score here on MLB Network. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Marty Riggs. He went deep last night twice.
Marty Riggs.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a good slider here to start the at-bat, but it's ruled a ball. 1-0. Now here's the pitch. Oh, much too tardy on the fastball. 1-1.
Ball.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Fouled away. Won't commit on the slider. Good patience, and it's full 3-2.
He walked a guy back in the first, and now he's looking like he might hand out another free pass to the leadoff guy here. You can't be walking a guy an inning and think you're going to have any success.
And that misses for ball 4, so it's a leadoff walk here to start the second.
And I'm sure the manager is just fine with that. I mean, it's better to battle a slugger like that to the end and end up walking him than serving one up where he can really hurt you.
Settling in now, Ryan Hinkle took an 0 for 4 in the victory last night. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And that's waved at and missed for strike 1. And he falls behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Skied into straightaway right. Franchise will settle under it to make the play for the first out, as the runner will have to head back to first.
That is 6. The catcher, Ryan Nichols.
Now to the plate, Ryan Nichols. His average coming into this one is just barely over 200, so he'll be looking to turn the page on a slow start here. From the stretch. Trying to jam him with the first pitch slider, but it's in a bit too tight for ball 1. No score here as we play inning number 2. And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
Hey, I don't mind that batter taking that strike right there. He's walked a couple people early in this game. Got to find out if he can find the zone. If he wants to walk them all in, we'll take it.
Now the 1-1 pitch.
Count 2-1.
Here's a look over to first, and the runner back in standing. Now the 2-1 pitch is taken for strike 2.
If he's able to dot that sinker down and away and execute that pitch all day, you're going to see a lot of weak contact, and the infield defense is going to be on its toes.
The 2-2 is swung on and missed. He got him.
Classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
At the plate now, Wesley Ray, batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike 1. 289 is the average coming in. 7 homers and 21 driven in. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Still looking for our first hit in the ballgame. Popped him up. Lopez is there. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Last half of the second set to go, and next to hit is the catcher, Mike Hayes.
The catcher, Mike Hayes.
First pitch coming. Here it is.
Not a bad spot to miss right there. Much rather have it run inside than out over the plate where the hitter can do a lot of damage.
Now the 1-0 is looked at for ball number 2. Hayes is a big threat in a matchup like this. He's got a ton of pop against right-handed pitching.
Yeah, I think because of his approach. He's not a dead pull guy. You want to try and sneak a piece of cheese in or hang something over the heart of the plate, he's going to absolutely crush it. But anything going away from him goes right into his bat path.
Set to deliver on 2-1. Michael Lopez waits on deck. Now a swing, and he pops him up right up the chute. This may be tough behind the plate, and he'll indeed make the play in foul territory for the first out.
Batting fifth, the shortstop, Michael Lopez.
Now in the box, Michael Lopez. A couple of hits for him in 4 trips to the plate last night. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Ball, that's out.
Not close with that one. It's way above the strike zone.
Hey, you want to talk about being in a zone? This guy's been raking lately, and it all starts with his pitch selection. 2 great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher just go ahead and challenge him.
2 balls and a strike to count. Bottom of the second here with no score. Hit hard to short. Fielded cleanly. And that's the second out.
Batting fifth, the center fielder, Worthing.
Set to get his evening at the plate started. Saul Worthing batting just a notch below 300 so far on the season. And that's cut on and missed 0-1.
Hey, not too often we see this hitter come outside his game plan, outside the zone, but that pitch was just so tempting.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Into the corner and slicing foul. The next 0-2 pitch to him misses outside. Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. Two pitches fouled away. And he fouls this one off. The 2-2 one more time is laid off, and the count runs pulled.
Hey, this guy's a hard guy to put away. He's fouling off some tough pitches. 2-2 count. He just seems to keep hanging right in there.
Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going.
4 foul balls in this AB. Pitcher cannot find anywhere to go to put this guy away.
And he misses here for ball 4. Already 2 walks surrendered in his first couple of innings of work.
Man, you hate to give up a 2-out walk to anybody, but especially to a speed demon like him. Good chance he's running here, and good luck trying to stop him.
Digging in the switch hitter, Adrian Esparza. It's been a really slow start to the season for him, as you can see by the April numbers on your screen. For the first pitch, a check at first, and he'll get back in safely. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. In there for strike 1, 0-1.
That was a pretty good fastball after he walked the hitter previous. There was a little angry on that heater.
Now the 0-1. Mendez has made a name for himself as a starter that simply misses the barrel of the bat. He rarely allows a large number of hits, and he does a pretty good job at keeping the ball in the ballpark when the hitters do make contact. Now a move over to first, and he just manages to get his hand in. Good location on the outside corner there. 1-2. Just the second inning, but already 37 pitches to this point. Lays off. 2-2 now. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Now batting, Connie Rott.
For the Lightning, the shortstop, Connie Rott.
First pitch of the at-bat. Down the left field line and deep, and this will wind up a foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-2. And he won't go after the cut fastball. 2-2.
Yeah, and if you get a guy flailing at a pitch like that, heck, you're going to go out there and throw that same pitch. till he proves he can lay off of it.
A swing and a miss on a ball way out of the zone, and there's one away.
What I like about that strikeout, guys, is that he came back with a fastball on 2-2. He was heading to count 0-2 earlier, but instead of continuing to nibble a little bit, he decided to get aggressive again and to challenge with his hard stuff.
Into the box now, Chief Mendez. As with one away, he can't make contact on the first pitch. It's strike one. Outside for a ball, 1-1. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Hit softly down the line at first. And there's out number 2.
The batter now, second baseman, Seth Roberts.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Seth Roberts. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch coming. Here it is.
Shocked he didn't let it fly right there. Usually you're looking for a fastball elevated to get the party started.
The windup and the 0-1. Down and away, ball 1.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Both teams so far yet to crack the hit column. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. And there's a fastball well off the plate inside. Now a fastball swung on and missed, and that is out number 3. At the plate, Milton Otto. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game.
The first baseman, Milton Otto.
First delivery to him on the way. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1. And low, it's a ball and a strike. Sinker misses that time, and it's 2-1. Now the pitch. And he lays off, so it's full now, 3-2.
You can bet they love ball 4 here. That gives the pitcher on deck an obvious bunt situation to move the runner into scoring position.
And it's fouled away. The next 3-2. And good patience exercised as he works out the walk to lead off the home half of the third.
They haven't been able to register a hit against this guy, but at least they have a base runner here. We'll see if that leads to something.
The pitcher, Travis Blondie, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And a high strike there, 0-1.
Ooh, that was some gas. Triple digits on the radar gun.
And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now. Working for the punch out and the offering.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
The next 0-2 gets him looking, strike 3.
He's just got great strikeout stuff. In his last start, he racked up double-digit Ks, and it looks like he could finish up in that range again here. He's really an exciting pitcher to watch when he's sending guys packing like this.
Standing in now, Brian Cannon, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. The numbers, 282 to start play, 8 home runs, and 21 driven in. Looked like he tried to pull it there, but he swings right through the fastball.
With the way this guy's throwing on the mound, you cannot be chasing. You have to set your sights a little bit lower and control the strike zone.
Ball taken there, 2-1 now. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2. A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the second out.
It's not that easy to make a good hitter look that bad, but that's what happens when you can bring that fastball and ride it in on the inner half of the plate right there. You can get some pretty ugly swings.
So now to the plate, Kevin Esslinger. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Slow little roller to third. Gonna be a tough play. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So they pick up no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on. 3 innings complete, and we are tied 0-0. Standing in, Timmy Hinson. He drew a walk his first time up.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get him in, but that hasn't been the case.
And he popped him up. Lopez into shallow left. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
Every pitcher loves to get quick outs, right? How about that? 1 pitch, 1 out, a pop-up to start the inning.
Riding in once again, Mo Cole. First offering on its way.
That's out.
Now the 1-0.
Ball, that's out.
Like to see him be looking to the opposite field with this next swing. Pitcher's trying to work you away.
Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. Lifted into the air out towards center field. Worthing is under this one. And that's out number 2.
Now batter, the first baseman, Marty Riggs.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Marty Riggs. Here comes the first pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. windup and the 0-1. Lays off the slider, and it's 1-1. 2 out, nobody on. Two balls and a strike.
Hey, after those 2 breaking balls missed, you have to be sitting on a fastball right here.
The 2-1 is laid off of for ball number 3.
Time to wake up the offense right here. 3-1 count, all in on something over the heart of the plate.
And this one misses high for ball 4, and they have themselves a 2-out base runner.
Well, they've been unable to get to this guy, so they'll take base runners any way they can get him. At the very least, you make him work from the stretch and add to his pitch total.
At the plate, Ryan Hinkle, and we'll see if they can make him pay for the 2-out walk. Always considered a big no-no, of course. He's set, and the pitch. 0-1, here it comes. Can't quite get the low outside corner there. It's 1-2. Now a swing, and he gets him to pop it up, but this will land untouched. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way, and that one got a piece of him.
Well, he's really been good all game long until that one. He was definitely not trying to hit a guy when he's got 2 strikes on him. It just appeared that it got away from him.
Stepping into the box, Ryan Nichols. 2 men on, 2 away here in the 4th. First pitch coming, here it is. Looking at his career totals, Nichols has a track record of power hitting at the major league level, over 250 career home runs. Ready with the 0-1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Hey, he's got great feel for that pitch right there. He can throw it anytime he wants for a strike.
Down and away, it's a ball and 2 strikes. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. One and 2. Here it is. Ball 2. Fouled off. Here's the 2-2. Check swing, but that's in there for strike 3 anyway, and the inning is over. Stepping in, Scott Franchise. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game.
Scott Franchise.
He's ready. Here's the first offering.
This guy's been really on point so far, but it's not getting any easier. He has to get through 4, 5, and 6 right here.
Here comes the 0-1. And he takes strike 2. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. The windup and the 0-2 pitch.
Ball, that's inside. Nope, outside.
Hit on the ground to third. Oh, it takes a nasty hop, and he's unable to haul it in. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Hey, listen, D-Roll, they're not going to complain at all. A base hit is a base hit, even though that's an infield single. And hopefully that's a good sign that things are about to turn for them in this one.
Yeah, there hasn't been a fight at the bat rack, per se, Dan. In this one, I don't care what knock. I don't care if it's a swinging bunt or a home run into the streets. This could get the offense going.
Mike Hayes swings and misses there, so he's down 0-1. Now a throw over, and he'll dive back in safely. A 1 pitch on its way.
Ball 1.
And this one's in the dirt. Runner holds as the count moves to 2-1. A runner at first with no outs here. Nearly got the inside, but ruled the ball.
I love the approach out on the mound. Everything's down in the zone as it should be, but now you find yourself in a 3-1 count. Do you elevate a little bit more and get back in this zone, or you just pitch around it?
And the good fastball there finds the zone as the count goes full now, 3-2.
Love the fact the pitcher challenged him in that spot right there. Didn't love the location. But I got to be honest with you, I think he's got him on his heels right now. Don't be shocked if he attacks the zone again.
The next 3-2. Fouled away.
You're lucky if you get 1 pitch a night right down the middle. Cannot be late on that fastball.
Once again a 3-2. And he fouls this one off. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Hit hard towards center. Oh, and it eats him up a bit.
Hey, 2 runners on after back-to-back singles right there. They are in prime position to put the first run on the board right here.
Michael Lopez.
Into the box, Michael Lopez, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. Now the 1-0. Hit the other way out toward right field. Hinson is over a few steps toward the line, and he has it for the first out. And he's safe.
Good read there at second base to know he could make it to third on the flyout. Now he's only 90 feet away with 1 out.
Stepping in, Saul Worthing. First pitch of the at-bat.
1-0.
Runners are at the corners with 1 man out. 2-0 now.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
Now a called strike that time as the zone expands a bit here. It's 2-1 now.
You can clearly see that the hitter didn't like that strike call, and his manager, he didn't like it either, as he's giving the umpire an earful from that dugout.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. Hinkle has it, and I'd be surprised if they send the runner. And he'll think better of trying to score as he holds it third with 2 away now.
Third baseman, Adrian Esparza.
Now at the plate, Adrian Esparza, and their runners at the corners now. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch.
One ball, one strike.
The 1-1. Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now. Already 24 pitches to this point in the inning. Tough pitch to lay off there, but he did, and it's even up at 2-2. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. He struck him out. In and out of trouble as the inning is over. So coming to the plate, Wesley Ray. He flew out in his last at-bat.
We're moving through the middle of this ball game right now. If they want to get things going, how about trying to get some base runners on, or at least get a base hit? They don't have any hits going into this part of the game.
Hit back up the middle. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
Now batting, the shortstop, Connie Rock.
Digging in now, Connie Rock. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
No balls and 1 strike. On its way is pitch number 75.
Count is 1-2.
Man, the pitcher let the guy off easy right there. That 0-2 pitch wasn't even close. I'd rate that as a non-competitive pitch.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Late making contact on that swing, and will do it again on 1-2. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. And this is swung on and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 5th.
Well, this pitching staff has done a pretty good job right there. That's the 4th time he struck out, and we're only in the 2nd game of this series.
Royce Phillips will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Royce Phillips.
Ball 1.
No strike.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out.
Maybe a bit of an overthrow there, guys. May have let that front side open up a little early to try to pump up on a fastball and sailed on it.
Over the outside half, and it's 2-1.
1 strike.
Two and two.
2 balls.
In my opinion, one of the toughest pitches in the game to square up. Just a heavy sinker with good downward action.
And it's fouled away. 2 out, nobody on. A swing and a miss at a sinker. Strikeout retires the side. Inning is over. Brad Morrison will come out and take the ball here as he'll be making his 15th appearance of the year. Digging in for his second at-bat, Milton Otto.
The first baseman, Milton Otto.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
You know, you think it's an 8-hole hitter right there. You shouldn't be taking that fastball, and you're right. But when you got the pitcher hitting behind you, you sometimes sit off speed because that's the pitch you're usually going to get. The pitcher does not want to get beat by you, and he's not afraid to walk you and hand it over to an AB against the pitcher.
And boy, was he ever fooled on that pitch. It's 0-2 now. Right back to him on the mound. And he'll flip on to first to record the out.
Now back, the pitcher, Travis Blondie.
So here now's the pitcher, Travis Blondie. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, Matty, and hopefully he got it out of his system. Especially now, he's got to bear down. He gets the 2 strikes in this spot, has to put the ball in play.
And, looked inside, but that's ruled as strike, 0-1. 1 out, nobody on. Check swing, but he held up in time, ball 1.
Even though he was fooled in the box right there by that pitch, he was able to keep his hands back, not overcommit, and stay in this at-bat.
Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
Woo, that was an ugly swing. If I'm pitching right now, I'm throwing that same pitch again. That was ugly.
The 1-2.
Ball. Down.
Interesting sequence of pitches right there. A real ugly swing on a ball away, and it looks like the batter has a much better idea of what he's looking for after that second pitch.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Full count now, 3-2. Brian Hannon will be next. And he lays off here. It's ball 4, and that is really cause for concern as he's just walked the opposing pitcher.
That was a great battle right there. He tried to get him to chase, but he laid off some really tough pitches and got a walk. Got to tip the cap to the batter that time.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Brian Hannon, last year's recipient of the Silver Slugger Award for NL second baseman. He's set. Here it comes. Ground ball left side. Reined in. There's one. Relay to first in time. And just like that, this side is retired. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Top half of the sixth about to get started, and that'll bring in the second baseman, Seth Roberts. First pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a liner. But quick reactions at the hot corner take away a hit, and there's one gone.
Right fielder, number 9, Timmy Hinton.
Digging in to try it again, Timmy Hinson. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And now the second pitch is swung on and hit in the air to left. And that's in there. And there goes the no-hitter.
Hey, Dero, it's kind of getting late early. That's only their first hit of the game, and we're into the 6th inning.
Yeah, this guy's been on point all day, working it in and out. Their pitching staff obviously did their homework on this offense. But right here, able to break through with the first knock. Hopefully the pass the baton mentality goes into effect, and we get some offense.
Jason Blake will come out and take the ball here as he'll be making his 15th appearance of the year. Mo Cole will be the first to greet him here as he'll stand in with a runner at first and one away. From the stretch. Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball.
Good spot to be in right now as a hitter. Count in your favor, 1-0. Good time to get a fastball and turn it loose.
Ball 2 now.
That's a great call right there. Fastball away with a guy who's got some jets on first base. Almost like a hybrid pitch out. Great for a catcher if that guy's running. Easy transfer throw to second base.
Now the 2-0 home. Pitch misses the throw down. And it skips in as he steals the bag easily.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt, Eddie. The ball isn't carrying well tonight, and we haven't seen any home runs, so sometimes you have to try for something else. Now we're seeing a single could be all it takes to push a run across.
3-0 pitch. And he misses ball 4. So he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
It was obvious when the count ran to 2-0 that they were not going to give this guy anything to hit. Sometimes you have to pick your battles, and they're going to try their luck with the next hitter.
Digging in once again, Marty Riggs. From the stretch. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Blake, a 6'1" right-hander. He's a 5-year vet at the major league level. First and second now, 1 man out. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Now we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. One pitch is a knuckle curve. He's in the hole now, 1-2. Fouled off. And another foul ball. The next 1-2 pitch.
Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to go a little bit further outside the zone. 3 foul balls in a row. He wants to get a swing and a miss on this next pitch.
Here's the 1-2 delivery.
These are the great matchups that happen throughout the course of a game. I don't think as a pitcher you can give in right here. He's a great hitter at the plate. He knows it. You know it. Keep executing. Maybe get him to roll something over.
Looking for the K. Here's the pitch. High and deep down the left field line. And this will not be caught. It's a foul ball.
You know, taking you inside the mind of a batter right here, you can't get in auto swing mode. You still have to control the strike zone.
Swung on, but it's pulled foul wide of third. And now this will be the 10th pitch of the at-bat. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
Hey, this has been an epic at-bat right here. I don't blame the pitcher for a little nibbling right there. Maybe get a swing and a miss. He didn't bite on that one, so now we go full count.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. And he takes ball 4 again. And they clearly just don't want any part of him in this one.
Well, it's obvious he wanted absolutely no part of the 3 or 4 hole hitters. But he's got to focus here because this guy in the 5 hole is just as dangerous.
Standing in with the bases loaded, Ryan Hinkle, as he's presented with the bases loaded situation in a tie ball game. First pitch on its way.
He's already walked 2 in this inning already. This guy just can't seem to find the strike zone.
The 1-0 is swung on and missed, and that's strike 1.
Don't expect too many more high fastballs in this one. He is known for his sinker, keeping the ball on the ground.
Helping him out here as he swings and misses to fall behind a ball and 2 strikes.
When I broke into the league, not many guys were throwing that elevated fastball with that much velocity on it. The game has changed.
Sent in the air out to straightaway central. Catch will be made here. Tagging is the runner from third. The run comes across to score, and they jump ahead 1-0.
This has pretty much been a pitcher's duel so far, so any way you can score a run in a sac fly right there brings home the first run of the game here in the middle innings.
So striding forward now, Ryan Nichols, to see if he can come through in a clutch spot here. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 6. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch down the left field line and deep. And this is going to get down. It's a foul ball. Comes set. The 0-1. Two down, runners at first and second. High fly ball out to straightaway center. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. So it's 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and a couple of men left. 2, 3, and 4 due up in the home half of the 6th. The Lightning are out on top 1-0. Now at the plate, Kevin Esslinger. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you go this surrender, 1 hit to the top 3 guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
1-0.
And he'll start him with a slider that's taken down and away for ball 1. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Inside, and he falls behind the hitter now. 2-0. Wow, that looked to be well inside, but it's a called strike. 2-1 now.
One of the best ways to keep a guy uncomfortable is to pound him inside. They're doing that, and this one caught the zone.
Now the 2-1. Bends into the zone for a strike.
Wow, not sure what they're looking for right there, but that one was pretty much middle, center cut. Tough pitch to take.
Got him.
You know what was really impressive to me about that strikeout? He fell behind 2-0 to start the at-bat. That's a pretty bad place to be, but then he kind of refocused himself and came right back with 3 quality pitches in a row to set him down. That's not easy to do, but now his focus has to hone in on getting ahead on the next guy.
At the plate, Scott Franchise, as he takes a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Comes set and the 0-1.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Well, that's a pitch right there you've got to just lay off. There's a good chance he's going to throw it on 0-2. And if you can recognize it starting down in the zone, you know it's only going to go down from there.
Tries to get him to chase the curveball away, but it breaks outside. 2-2 now.
Flip a coin right here with this next pitch. After throwing 2 fastballs to get ahead, he's been able to lay off both those off-speed pitches. Looked like he's seeing it pretty good.
Here now the 2-2. Fouled away. One out, nobody on. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3.
3-2 counts are usually a time to challenge the hitter, but I think he'll be careful here. Shoot for the corner, and if you miss and you walk him, so what? That's better than him putting one in the seats.
Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. Solo shot here to straightaway right field. 8th home run on the season for him, and this ball game is tied at 1.
No surprise with that swing of the bat. This guy is simply one of the best in the game right now. There's not too many guys that take a beautiful half like that in the league.
To the plate now, Mike Hayes, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. He's 1 for 2 in this one. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Popped him up. Nichols is under it, and that's the 2nd out of the inning.
The batter, not shortstop, Michael Lopez.
At the plate, Michael Lopez, 0 for 2 on his line thus far. First pitch coming. Here it is.
Ball in.
This guy uses that 2-seamer to set up his other pitches. 2-seamer in, breaking ball away.
He's ready. Here's the 1-0. A ball and a strike.
Ball, 1 strike.
Now a little pop-up off toward the first base side. Riggs will put this one away, and the side is retired. Just 1 hit in the inning, but it was a big one right here as it ties the ball game. Bottom third of the order, 7, 8, 9 due up to start the 7th. All even now at 1-1. Into the box, Wesley Ray is 0 for 2 thus far in this one.
Wesley Ray.
First pitch on its way. And that misses, ball one.
Ball one, no strike.
Two balls and no strikes. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
The 3-0 pitch. Finds the zone, strike one. The 3-1. Hit hard up the middle. And that'll get through into center. So there's your possible go-ahead run on base now to lead off the inning.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
In now, Connie Brock. As he'll swing at the first pitch and bang one into right center field. That's a base hit. And now they'll have runners at the corners to start off the inning.
Danny, how frustrating is this right here? First and third, you got problems all over the place.
Right, you're starting with hitting pressure, expecting to have a 1-2-3 inning. You look up, and all of a sudden, first and third, nobody out. It's time to make some good pitches.
Bobby Tyrone comes on now in an awfully difficult situation as there are two on here with nobody out. Mike Morton will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot. Breaking ball called just a bit low. According to the career numbers on the back of his baseball card, Morton brings a batting average in the low 220s to the table.
You know, Matty, I know his career batting average jumps off at the page, but this guy can help a roster in a lot of different ways. He brings value.
And that will fall as he comes through off the bench. It's a base hit.
Boy, those have to feel really good, D-Roy. You get late in the game, you come up with a big RBI base hit right here to give your team the lead.
Yeah, no one remembers that ground ball with eyes in the top of the second inning. You want to show up when the game is on the line. Can you quiet your emotions down, take the crowd out of it, and slow yourself down enough to come through? And that's exactly what he did.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go Seth Roberts. It's been a rough go of things at the plate for him so far, but his guys are looking for him to change that right here.
Yeah, nothing better than coming through for the boys in a tight game, Matt, especially when you're kind of due to do something productive.
First pitch of the at-bat. This is hit pretty well out to left field. A ball that's carrying. But he won't get there as it lands just shy of the wall. Oh, and the throw back in is a wild one. And he is in to score from second as the throwing mistake defensively came back to factor into that one.
Boy, that's a big RBI right there to give this team a two-run cushion going into the late innings. And it always makes it easier on the opposing pitcher to know they have a two-run lead.
Yeah, Leo Mazzoni always used to say, old pitching coach for the Atlanta Braves, solos won't kill us, guys. And he's absolutely right. You give yourself a two-run lead, a solo homer's not gonna do too much damage.
Into the box now, Timmy Hinson. Runners at second and third here, nobody out. And he takes this one high, 1-1.
Props to the hitter right there for laying off with a guy on third. You want to be aggressive, but you have to get a pitch you can drive.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. This pitch is popped up. Esparza in foul ground. He's got it one away.
Great scoring opportunity missed right there. You talk about frustration. Popping it up with 2 runners in scoring position. He'd like to get that one back.
Ready now, Mo Cole, over 2 with a walk for him so far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Count 1-0.
In his career, Cole is hitting just over the benchmark 300 plateau. Source of pride for him, I'm sure.
Matty, this is one of the best offensive forces in the sport. Not only an amazing batting average, but does it in a variety of different ways with damage.
And he fouls this one off.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch. Wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
1-1. There's a fastball that misses. Second and third here, 1 man out. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. The 2-2 is looked at and the count moves full.
Definitely in a tough situation facing the 3-hitter. You can work around him and maybe walk him to load the bases, but that just sets up the cleanup guy with the bases loaded.
And this is swung on and missed, so they come right after him, and it remains second and third, but with 2 away now. Coming to the plate now, Marty Riggs. And it appears they're going to give him the intentional walk here, so now they'll have a force at any base with 2 gone.
And this is the right move here. With first base open, take the bat out of this guy's hands every single time.
Digging in, Ryan Hinkle earned himself an RBI with a sac fly his last time at the plate.
Yeah, super successful for that moment, but this is a completely different situation. And with no one standing on third, he's going to have to drill something into the outfield in order to get a ribby.
Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. Ready with the 1-0. Popped up. Otto in foul ground, and this is going to wind up a foul ball. 2 out, bases loaded. And it's fouled away. Got him. So the damage winds up not being as bad as it could have been, as they'll strand the bases loaded. This side is retired. So they do strike for 2, but it could have been much worse as they strand the bases loaded. We'll move on now to the bottom half of the 7th. Get up and stretch. The Lightning lead this one 3-1. Javier Rosa will come on in relief now as he'll make his 10th appearance of the season. Ready once again, Saul Worthing. He'll match up with a new pitcher to begin their half of the 7th.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan of bloop and blast? They could certainly use that right now.
Pulled toward right center field. Hinson moves to his right and puts this one away in the alley for out number 1.
Now batting, third baseman, Adrian Esparza.
Standing in, Adrian Esparza, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
This is somewhat of a cause for concern. This guy needs to hit better left-handed against right-handed pitching.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap.
Gone!
Solo shot to right center. 7 home runs for him on the year now, as it's now a 3-2 ball game.
Hey, that's the price you pay right there when you try and sneak a fastball past this guy. Power hitter, and every power hitter in the league knows you got to start with the numero uno, number 1, man. You got to get on the heater and adjust to everything else, and he did just that.
Now batting, the first baseman.
So now to the plate, Milton Otto, as he'll take a changeup here for strike 1. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. And a changeup runs inside on him as he's got to back out of the way of that one.
That was a changeup, so there really wasn't any intent behind it. Looked to me like it just slipped out of his hand a little bit. That'll happen sometimes because of the grip of that straight changeup.
3-1.
That's a good job right there. Very rarely see pitchers double up where they go a pitch inside. Normally they'll go back outside, but he followed that up with another pitch on the inside part of the plate.
And he lays off ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
And that hole at bat, I feel like he really didn't want to challenge him. And I'm really surprised by that because I think this is a guy in the bottom third of the order you have to go right after.
Randall Mad Dog will be summoned off the bench here as he'll pinch hit with a runner at first and 1 gone in the inning. Here is strike 1 call to the 37-year-old veteran up there. 0-1. He'll enter play here with an average just over 250. 6 home runs and 17 RBIs. High in the air into shallow left center. Left fielder coming on. He makes the running play. 2 down.
Now batting, the second baseman, Brian Cannon.
So a pivotal moment here, and digging in now, Brian Cannon, and he does so representing the possible go-ahead run. First pitch coming, here it is.
Ball, that's outside.
Here it comes, 1-0.
You can definitely tell with that foul off right there that he's picking up spin on this pitcher's off-speed stuff. Maybe expect a fastball on this next one.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Looks like this guy's afraid to throw the ball in the strike zone. Gave up that home run earlier in the inning. Needs to get back to being aggressive.
A runner on first with 2 away. That one bends into the zone. A strike on the breaking ball. Fouled off. Here now the 2-2. Fouled away. The 2-2 one more time.
We got full count.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible outcomes on this pitch.
Now the Payoff pitch home. And he fouls this one off. And he struck him out. So he was forced to make 9 pitches that at-bat, but he'll take it as the inning is over. But not before they're able to at least get one back on the solo home run. We'll march on to the 8th. It's now a 3-2 ball game. The kid, Hale, has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Hale.
Ready to begin the 8th, and that'll bring in the veteran catcher, Ryan Nichols.
Ryan Nichols.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. Now the 1-1 pitch.
Ball, that's out.
A 2-1 pitch, a circle change taken for a called strike 2. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Esslinger is there, and he'll bring this one in.
The center fielder, number 13, Wesley Ray.
Coming to the plate now, Wesley Ray. He singled his last time up. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike 1. And now a left-hander will start to get ready in the bullpen. This one, everything we could have hoped for. 3-2 in inning number 8. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
This hitter right now looks overmatched with a fastball. I think you go right back to it.
Late on that one as it's fouled off to the left side. The 0-2 once more. Is at the knees and called strike 3.
Now back.
In now, Connie Brock.
Connie Brock.
Here's the first pitch to him. A ball and no strikes. And he misses again, 2-0. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Down low, and the plot thickens here, 3-0.
Well, he knows it, but this is the kind of guy you just have to go right after. He's not the biggest threat with the bat, so it's time to challenge him right here.
Here it comes, the 3-0. And that one's taken outside for a ball. He walked him. So no 1-2-3 inning here. They've got themselves a 2-out base runner.
The pitcher, number 54.
Bo Sanders will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Bo Sanders.
Swing and a liner. Foul. Throw over to first. A dive, but he's back. Here's the 0-1 pitch.
Ball, that's out.
And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. Almost got him to go around, but instead it's ball 3.
I love the ability to hold up right there, especially with count leverage. I know you want to get aggressive in the strike zone, but he was able to notice that that wasn't his pitch.
And he misses again, ball 4, and that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on balls.
He did not want to let the hitter off the hook with 2 outs, and now he's got a runner in scoring position to deal with.
Trying to pick things up where he left off, Seth Roberts. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Yeah, he jumped all over that first pitch last time up. Interested to see if he has the same approach this AB.
Fastball in there for a called strike. With runners in scoring position this season, Roberts brings in a batting average resting just under .320, and they'll look to inch closer to that mark with a base hit here.
These are the type of hitters that absolutely frustrate a pitching staff and a pitching coach. He's not trying to do a ton of damage, but he's certainly going to put the ball in play and be a pest the entire season.
Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. And it's fouled away. Ready on 0-2.
Nope.
That's a good pitch to lay off right there, that cutter inside, and that is a real tough pitch for hitters to lay off of. And a lot of times if you do swing at that cutter in, you're going to end up with some firewood in a broken bat.
From the stretch, the 1-2 is put in play to the right side of the infield, and the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. A couple of walks, but no damage. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Donnie Ryan goes on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Donnie Ryan.
Bottom of the inning now, and at the plate will be the speedy outfielder, Kevin Esslinger.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
First pitch on its way. The 1-0.
That's outside.
Don't expect this pitcher to throw something over the heart of the plate. He's going to have to stay on the corners right here. Huge spot in this game. Do not miss over the heart and get beat.
Now the 2-0 home. Hit on the ground to short. And a good throw gets him 1 gone.
The right fielder, number 16. Scott Franchise.
So digging in now, Scott Franchise. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Right-hander against right-hander as this is a ball 1-0.
I don't know why in the world anybody would want to be an umpire. That manager has given this umpire an earful on a pitch that he thought was a strike, and he's certainly trying to defend his pitcher.
1-0 home. Bases are empty, one man out. There's a swing and a high pop-up. Riggs waits on it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
I'm sure his eyes lit up when he saw that curveball hanging in the zone, but maybe he tried to do too much with it because basically he hit it straight up. No doubt he wants that pitch back, and the pitcher, he just dodged the bullet.
Here comes the first pitch. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball one. 2 out, nobody on. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
If you're in the box right now, you got to wait him out. He obviously does not want to come see you with a fastball. He's been nibbling this whole at bat and just missed with that backdoor breaking ball.
Three and 0 now.
If I'm managing this hitter right here, he doesn't even have to look down at the third base coach. You know he's got the green light. He's one of the best hitters in your lineup.
And he lays off, ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
And with the bases empty, you don't feel bad about walking that guy. He's capable of taking you deep every time he digs in, so it's not the worst thing in the world to work around him if you can.
Digging in, Michael Lopez, man at first after the 2-out walk. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And he'll look at a fastball that doesn't miss by a whole lot. It's 1-0.
Hey, I know the tying run's at first right here, but if the pitcher on the mound executes, keeps the ball in play, I think good things are going to happen.
2 out with the man at first. Swing and a miss for strike 1. One and 2 now as that one's fouled off. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Lifted in the air to center. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning.
Guy Eaton enters the game from the pen, and because this is a non-save situation, it's evident that they're just trying to get him some work after having not thrown in several days.
Yeah, and this is all about just getting him some work, guys. He hasn't a chance to come in and close the game out for several days now, so they're just hoping they can keep him sharp and give him the chance to pitch in a real game situation here.
Timmy Hinson is in to start things off as he looks at a ball to start the inning. 1-0. And now pitch on the way. And ooh, looked like a definite pitcher's pitch there on the inside. 1-1. Fastball well outside. Now a swing and a fly ball. And it's a foul ball. Here now the 2-2. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now. And a swing and a miss on the fastball, and there's the first out here in the ninth.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
Stepping in now, Mo Cole. As with one away, he won't catch up with the fastball, and it's 0-1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. The windup and the 0-1. Liner toward right center, and he'll break through with a solid knock here, his first of the ballgame.
Boy, Giro, there's a case of the outfield defense playing so deep that that ball looked like it was extra bases all the way, but they were able to cut it off.
Yeah, not too many times I would agree. I'd love to hear your take on this as well. The no-doubles defense, I kind of never understood it to begin with. I felt like the pitcher, if he can execute the game plan, could keep the ball in front of the outfielders, but right there, boy, I was wrong. That worked.
And it's a strange line developing for him in this one. He's been walked several times. Oh, on the ground to short. Could this be 2? To second for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. No runs on a hit, no errors, and no one left. 6th, 7th, and 8th place hitters scheduled to start the bottom of inning number 9. Nashville is on top here, 3-2. Clark Levy comes out of the bullpen to shut things down here in the 9th. Striding in to start the 9th, Saul Worthing, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Looks like a tall order trying to tie or take the lead against this guy who leads the league in saves.
Oh, and he has some trouble with it.
I know it wasn't pretty right there, Dan, but that has to frustrate the pitcher. Leadoff guy, anytime he gets on, usually creates a problem.
You know what, Deal, it's especially tough when you get as late in the game as we are right now. Anytime you get that leadoff guy on and have that pitcher start pitching out of the stretch, it always puts more stress on that pitcher pitching out of the stretch.
Into the box, Adrian Esparza. That's back toward the mound. This will be a tough turn, however, and he won't even think about second as he'll flip on to first for the sure out.
Now back, first baseman, Milton.
Stepping up to the plate, Milton Otto. They'll go to work on getting that tying run home from second. Set and the pitch.
0-1, no strike.
One out, one on, and a one-run game. That's wide, 2-0. From the belt, kicks and deals. Takes this the other way to right. Hinson will have plenty of room as he makes the catch, and there's a big out number 2. Now Hale will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line.
Hale.
First pitch is a slider called for a strike. Runner in scoring position with Sergan. Good pitch as this is swung on and missed, and now they're down to perhaps their final strike of the evening.
So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
Struck him out, so he'll strand the possible tying run at second, and a great job of working out of trouble as this ball game is over.
Well, the skipper has to be pleased. They go on the road and win the first 2 of this 3-game series, playing for the sweep tomorrow.
3-2 the finish in tonight's game. The Lightning jumped ahead in the 7th inning and never gave the lead back. Brad Morrison earns the victory out of the bullpen, his 5th. Clark Levy earns the save out of the bullpen, his 13th of the year. So that's a wrap for us in this one. Mark DeRosa, Dan Plezak, Heidi Watney, Matt Vasgersian, we all thank you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. See you next time.
Stands our final line score. Third for the victorious visiting team.